In the early 1920s, a prince fell in love with a beautiful English dancer at the Felice Burger, a girl with the unlikely name of Stella Mudge. Stella's Prince Charming was Tikaraja Paramjit Singh from faraway India, a scion of the royal family from the state of Kapurthala, in the Punjab. It was of little concern to Paramjit Singh that he was already married to Brinda Devi, a princess from the royal family of Jugbal. And thus began a love affair that lasted some 15 years before the Tikaraja married Stella in 1937, making her his third wife, and renaming her Tikarani Narinda Kaur. As a wedding gift, the Tikaraja gave his new bride one of the most astoundingly beautiful cars in the world, a 1937 Talbot Lago T150, CSS Sports Coupé. At the time, Talbot Lago was not well known. It had been launched by Anthony Lago after buying up the Sunbeam Talbot Darragh conglomerate in 1920. Unable to compete in the mass market, Lago engineered a lightweight chassis underpinning a triple carburetted, 4-litre inline-six, developing over 140 bhp. And asked Figoni et Falaschi, France's preeminent coach builder of the 1930s, to clothe the car in the most exotic body possible. The result was the Talbot Lago T150C, SS Gaudio, or Teardrop. Just 14 of these spectacular cars were made, and Stella's gift, chassis 90107, is arguably the most outstanding. It's the only one with fully skirted front and rear aluminium wings, an all-aluminium body, a sunroof, painted wheels, and a cloisonné ornament in the shape of a royal crown. Stella kept the car for at least 2 years, often winning prizes at Concours d'Elegance events in France, changing her clothes to match the color of the car, which itself underwent changes. In 1939, Stella decided to part with her wedding gift. Luigi Chinetti arranged to have the Talbot Lago sold to wealthy Southern Californian playboy Tommy Lee. Lee raced most of his cars, including 90107, which was clocked at over 185 km per hour. After Lee's death in 1950, the Talbot Lago changed hands several times before being placed in storage for nearly 50 years, until 2004. When it was acquired by the Nethercutt Collection, one of America's finest car museums based out of Los Angeles. After a comprehensive restoration, it won Best of Class at the 2005 Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, followed by Best of Show at 2007's Amelia Island. Other Concours victories followed. The silver and blue car is a timeless piece of automotive sculpture, delightfully compact, a symphony of perfect proportions and curves, with exquisite detailing and subtle flamboyance. Time, however, stopped for Paramjit Singh. He died in 1955, and his long-suffering first wife, Maharani Brinda Devi, in 1962. Stella, however, outlived them all. Greedy, selfish and increasingly obnoxious, she stayed on in India, living first in Delhi, then moving to the hill station of Shimla. Here, in January 1984, she fell in her flat in a drunken stupor and lay unconscious for several days, according to Coralie Younger's book, Wicked Women of the Raj. The police found Stella and took her to the Shimla sanatorium, from where she was transferred to St. Stephen's Hospital in Delhi. She never recovered, dying on the 23rd of February 1984. She is buried in Delhi, the simple headstone reading only, Stella of Mudge, 1904 to 1984, a fable. On the 4th of March, 2022, the car came up for auction by Gooding & Company at Amelia Island. It sold for $13.4 million.